everyone, this is going to be the second video of my nuclear variant series where I break down a nuclear variant and try to help you get nukes with it. I explain what the strengths of the weapon are, how I like to use it, and hopefully make it easier for you to get a nuke with this weapon. This video is going to be on the KARMA-45 Armageddon, which is a variant from the Blood Anvil mission team, similar to my previous video. The perks for this weapon are nuclear, obviously, so 25 player kill streak earns a deatomizer strike, and then reduced hip fire spread. Not going to really worry too much about the reduced hip fire spread because I don't really like to hip fire with this weapon. It's not a weapon I really like being aggressive with. That's going to go into my first point with this weapon is I don't think this weapon is particularly good. You'll see in this gameplay I'm playing very cautious or safe, not really taking any fights. The times where people are actually fighting back, I often run away. Unless I'm in a range where I know it's ideal for this weapon. I'm often very safe with this weapon. I flank a lot, and that's just because I don't really have any confidence in this weapon to win any fights. You know, it's the only time I run into multiple people I instantly pop armor, and I'm rarely chasing down kills. I just have very little confidence in this weapon, and that's why you're going to see this style of gameplay. I think this can be very helpful if you're someone who's struggling to get nukes, like your aim isn't the best or your reaction time isn't the best, because if you're not the best player, this is probably how you want to get a nuke. You just want to make as good decisions as possible, be as safe as possible, flank as possible, and just be on top of spawns, playing defensively in some areas. The only time I'm really not flanking in this gameplay is when I'm playing defensively in the circle area, and that's because I know that range is ideal for this weapon. So if you're someone who's struggling to get nukes, I think this video could really help you, especially with the gameplay style I'm employing in this video. Starting off with the range, this weapon will be a 4-hit kill up to 15 meters or 11 meters if you're using a silencer, and I am going to recommend using a silencer in this video, and that's why I'm giving you the silenced ranges as well as the base ones. 5-hit kill up to 20 meters and then 15 meters if you have silencer. That's not very good at all, and the range is not this weapon's strong suit, and then from that point on it's going to be a 6-hit kill. The fire rate is 769, which is also not very good. There are SMGs that fire faster than this, and the HVR, which is a variant that has slightly more range than this, has a 740 RPM. So 30 RPM difference for less range isn't really just worth it in my opinion. I would much rather use the HVR than this weapon, but it has a similar problem to the HVR in that it's not really good in any category. It's just mediocre everywhere, and that's not necessarily bad, but it means you don't have any ranges that you really dominate in. Whereas something like the FHR, even though it's not a better weapon by any means, it's very good up close, and it's a strength that you can play to. This weapon, along with the HVR, really doesn't have a strength that you can play to for it, and that's why I don't like using these weapons, just because they're kind of mediocre everywhere. You could use them everywhere and be effective, but they're not going to be the best weapon anywhere. So that's how I feel about this weapon, and the stats kind of point to that. Mediocre range, mediocre fire rate, kind of accurate. I don't really like the iron sights as much as the HVR. So if I was going to choose between this and the HVR, I would definitely choose the HVR, even though they are pretty similar as far as their mediocrity goes, or their balancedness. I guess they're like a jack of all trades weapon. That's a good way to describe it. My favorite attachments for this weapon are elo sight with the blue dot, because I don't really like its iron sights, like I said. Quick draw and grip. Quick draw is pretty self-explanatory and same as grip. You want to aim down sights faster, get on target faster, and stay there longer, so that's why I use both those attachments. Extended mag and silencer. Extended mag because this weapon isn't the strongest. Like I said, I have no confidence in it, so I want to have as many bullets to finish off my targets, and then silencer. Once again, I want to stay off the minimap and flank as much as possible because I have no confidence in this weapon to actually win gunfights. Like I said, along with the HVR, this variant just has no strength, and that's why I like to employ this very cautious, flanky playstyle. Whereas something like the ERAD, for example, that has a strength that it is good in. So with the ERAD, I could be more confident and have a more defined playstyle rather than just flanking targets as much as possible. But with this weapon, same with the HVR, it really doesn't have a strength, and it's not that good of a weapon in my opinion. I think there are much better nuclear variants, but if you if you haven't unlocked any of those, these are easy to unlock because they're only part of a mission team, so you can get them from playing. You don't have to rely on random drops or wait to earn enough salvage to finally buy one. That's going to do it for this video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed this video, you can check down in the description. There will be a link to my channel where I make videos similar to this that will help you become a better first-person shooter player. I cover mini games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Destiny 2, and hopefully Star Wars Battlefront 2 as well when that comes out, and obviously Call of Duty World War II. So if you want to learn anything about these games, or if you just enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you could come check out my channel. Like I said, again, thanks for watching.